Peace and greetings. Presenting the Network of Awareness podcast radio station, providing in-depth information on society and culture in America and abroad, bringing you truth messages of inspiration, keen insight, reputable interviews, and so much more. So now, for the truth you've been waiting for, your host of the Network of Awareness podcast, Aura, the informationalist.
Yes, peace and greetings to all the positive people in the world. You're now tuned in to the Network of Awareness, and this is your host, or the Informationalist. And we got a great show tonight. I haven't done a live broadcast in a while. Had some time to do one tonight, so welcome to all that are going to be joining the chat room. Those that are going to be outside the chat room, just tuning in, taking care of their responsibilities and daily activities, as well as thank you to all the people that support me on TikTok, Instagram, gaining new followers every day, bringing in that traffic to the podcast organically. Do appreciate all the positive feedback. And you know what? I even appreciate all the trollers that are currently listening to this show and that are photoshopping my chat rooms and all that good stuff. Love the haters. So, people, we have episode 59 of season 4. Freedom of speech doesn't exist anymore. We're going to talk a lot about that because freedom of speech doesn't exist, people. It is now an illusion because everything is censored these days. And we're going to talk about how deep the censorship goes when it comes to society and culture. And censorship culture is on a rise. It's so powerful that it goes on without us even knowing it. And we're going to talk about that as well. Now, for those that seen the recent episode that I posted as a bonus episode. It says bonus. It's called The Cons of Consciousness. That is an episode I did way back when. I think I did it at the end of last year or sometime in the beginning of this year. I don't remember. But definitely check out that bonus episode because that was on my premium channel, which is on Supercast, and you can also join on Patreon if you like to donate on Patreon. I'll start putting out my Patreon link. Patreon is something I don't focus on. Maybe I should start to, just to bring more awareness and really build it up. But people could donate to me directly on the website. All right, there's a donate page. You can donate through PayPal, through Cash App, or through Patreon. So, if you haven't checked that episode out, Cons of Consciousness, it's a bonus episode from a premium channel. I figure I let it out as a free episode because I cover a lot of things in regards to people who are perpetrators of truth and are very good at manipulation, and how it's so important that we don't get caught up in this type of rhetoric from people, because it can really mislead you down the wrong path. And sometimes your spirit is yearning to awaken you to this truth, but the ego battles it. And sometimes you just have to follow the spirit, or should I say all the time. And like I always say, and we talked about it with Robert Riopel, it's always important to let the ego out in private. So with that being said, let's continue and start this episode Freedom of speech doesn't exist. Episode 59. Let's go.
Nothing like this. Stage screen radio.
Please just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo.
All right, people. Let me fix my speakers here. I didn't even... If you heard some echo in the background, people, it's because sometimes I forget to switch up my speakers and go internally instead of externally. So let me fix that real quick. So I do apologize if you heard that. I'll fix it on the back end for those that are going to be downloading the show that didn't catch the live. So brothers and sisters, welcome. What a great time to be alive. It's September 13th, 2022. This is Tightrope Tuesday episode. Freedom of speech doesn't exist. And why do I say that? Is because what I've come to know from personal experiences, what I've seen on the internet, as well as commercial television or media, is that censorship is on the rise. It is becoming a very powerful institutional, governmental, organizational practice now throughout the world, but especially here in the United States, or should I say the United Serpents of America. And one of the things that I've experienced when it comes to censorship is shadow banning, where it's like there's a blockage on my network through my hosting provider, which is Spreaker. Now, I do get downloads, but what happens is a lot of my stuff is not being recorded as an actual listen, play, or download. So, for example, there's somebody in Australia right now, all right, in Sydney, that's listening to my show and probably has been listening to my show since last year, since 2020. But even though they're still listening to the network of awareness, that play, that listen is not being registered on my statistical page or my stat sheet. That's what shadow banning is, people. And it's very hard to prove it and to detect it unless you take it to court. Now, I look at it as a way like, if they're doing that to me like they've have, then I'm just going to go harder. And I'm going to find ways to get the content out, because at the end of the day, dealing with the governments and the institutions and the corporatocracy that runs the world and that dictates how things are done, we have to figure out a way to combat that. That's just where we're at right now, because this malevolent force of censorship that really doesn't want the truth to come out is taking great measures to do that, but they've become very good at it. So it's become easy for them at this point. And they've indoctrinated people so much that now we're becoming the watchdogs, the modern day citizen or average everyday human being that's not in the limelight of things, that's just working every day. We're policing each other when it comes to the things that we can say and not say. And what I'm seeing also a lot, because that has intensified, that energy, and that is the spirit of the times right now, you have a lot of people that want to speak up, that have something to say, that have something that is honest and truthful to say, but are scared to say it because they know the climate. And an industry that is somewhat suffering from that greatly, that I've paid notice to for the past couple of years. Matter of fact, I would say for the past 5 years, to be exact, is the comedy industry, comedians, stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy has taken a big hit because of censorship. And it's really sad, man. It's like really kind of pathetic to a certain degree, because at the end of the day, everybody should be able to say what they want to say. Everybody. If a comedian is making jokes, is for the purpose of laughter. And the problem is that because of this indoctrination of hypersensitivity that has been glorified, sensationalized, and has been glorified as something that we need to pay close attention to, now it's like we live in a society that is emotionally unstable and fragile by design. By design, people. That's the awakening that I've come to from my perceptions and my experiences. By design, we've been programmed to basically become super sensitive to anything. Where back in the days, you was programmed to have tough skin because you knew that certain things wasn't worth getting upset about because it really is insignificant to your life and to what really matters. And when I think about a comedian, they can't talk about a particular very, very small group of people. And those are the people that decided that the Most High got them wrong and that they need to make it right. You know who I'm talking about. Those people, which is a very, very small percentage of people globally throughout the world. But yet, those groups of people have gotten an astronomical amount of support that is unprecedented in any group in the history of different groups that had to fight for certain liberties. And let's not even negate the fact that melanated black and brown people, and I'm just using that social construct to make things simple, still are fighting for something that they will never get in this country. But yet, this very small percentage of what has at one time been considered mentally disabled and impaired people are now being supported on a level that we've never been seen before. So much so that not only can you risk the chance of getting imprisoned by making certain comments about these groups of people, but now you can't make comments about these people in many, many different industries and places of employment throughout the country. You can't make jokes. So now it's affecting comedians where they can't make jokes, not even just about these group of people, which to me I find insane. But, you know, when it comes to Sodom and Gomorrah, it all makes sense, right? Because history repeats itself and the scriptures don't lie. So in these days and times, it's affecting industries in a way where people are losing out on jobs, opportunities, money. I mean, you name it, they're losing out on these things based on their belief systems that they have every right to have. And it's not so much that these other groups are being attacked, because all groups are attacked. That's just a big lie that, you know, that the attacks on these groups of people are much greater than attacks on other people, which we know we know that's a bunch of nonsense. But the level of censorship that goes in these days is a reminder to let you know and to be aware that there is no more freedom of speech, people. Because even when we are saying what we want to say on the internet, somebody or some entity, some corporation, some company that's been assigned, some government contract that's been assigned to some company is censoring your content, is censoring your voice. I'll give you another example. I met a pastor back in early 2021, I'm going to say, Pastor Bob. Pastor Bob has a Christian non-denominational church in the Tampa Bay area of Florida here, very local to me. And when I first met Pastor Bob in passing we had discussed about, the pandemic and all of the shenanigans that came along right after, and how he was educating his congregation, which he was very pleased to tell me that out of his congregation, which I think his congregation, he told me was, I'm going to say anywhere from 60 to like 200 people, somewhere along that. It wasn't a lot, but it was a significant amount to have a congregation. He had a lot of people, enough. And he was telling me that everybody in the congregation, based on the education he provided, did not get it, did not get the science appliance. I was like, that's great. And then he told me that he had a Facebook page for his congregation, and that when he started educating his congregation that follows him on his Facebook page, that a lot of his videos were being taken down and censored. And he told me that some of them didn't even last a minute after he posted. And then some of them lasted for like a couple of hours. Maybe one lasted for a day or two. But he started seeing these videos being taken down because supposedly what he was doing was going against community guidelines. But he wasn't talking about anything that was bad. What he was doing was he was presenting the facts and then asking the questions of like, how is this like this? Where is the proof to prove that this does this and that? I mean, he was talking about it. He was talking about scriptures and about the days of Revelations. He was talking about the devil. He was talking about the enemy and stuff like that. And he was just getting censored and censored and censored. And we're seeing that a lot. And what we're also seeing is people like myself, and a lot of people can relate to this. A lot of people that are speaking about things of great substance are being censored in different ways. Some people, it's deliberate. Like with me in the beginning, it was very deliberate with YouTube. I mean, it's very deliberate. There was one time where they actually canceled an episode that I had distributed to my YouTube channel and then terminated the account. No flags, no warnings, nothing. They completely threw the protocol out the window. But I knew why. And the thing with me is like, I know that YouTube is a good, reliable source for getting your information out there. But for me, it really doesn't help for me to go through the motions. Now, do I have a YouTube channel currently that I distribute to? Yeah. It's under an email account, and I don't even mess with it. It's under my Passion Pursues Purpose account. And I just distributed stuff there. And because I've lost so many followers, I just don't even care about it no more, because I'm not looking for YouTube to benefit or help me so much. So like, I'm not relying on them because I know what they do behind the scenes. But what I will say is this, is that if you're a person like this brother that I know that I met years ago, who him and his friend, they generate like, I don't know, it's like anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a month of income through YouTube. And what they do is they promote barber supplies. And they're professional barbers, and one of them is the owner of 2 shops. So what he does is he integrates his business with the supplies and then does tutorial educational videos about the supplies and also about hair cutting. So it's a great, I always feel like barbers have great business. Like that's a great business. Like if I was to get into a business and I had the desire and passion, I would do barbering. I think it's a great job, especially when you can grow in it and become an entrepreneur and own your own shop and then franchise or whatever. I think it's great. And stuff like that, like those brothers in Tampa are doing, it's great for YouTube. You know what I mean? But like I told them, still at the end of the day, they can cut you off at any given time for any reason. Now, most likely they're not going to get cut off. I don't see why they would, unless they're making major modifications. But with a product like that, it works. But when you are talking about anything that can help people understand that they're being lied to and that the truth is right there in their face in plain sight, they just have to look with their third eye or their pineal gland, with their spirit, you become a threat. I don't care who you are, because this is the level it's going to. It doesn't even matter at this point. You can be a 10-year-old talking some truth. They're going to censor you. All right. It's not like the 10-year-old that's going to do like some dance or say some funny joke or make a curse or say a curse. Nothing like that. Anybody who's speaking something that can awaken the light within an individual and give them some great perspective on what they're truly experiencing in this reality that is the matrix of everything that they show us. They're giving us a matrix that our perceptions are constantly being distorted and confused and manipulated to feed into the propaganda gravy train to create this one world order. You start speaking like that, you get censored. And then on top of that, you also get censored by family, friends, associates, because it's not the status quo. It goes against the grain. It goes against the go with the flow mentality. So you're bringing something different that has a lot of validity to it. But because people are so conditioned, they're going to look at you like you're the enemy. And you get censored. That's a form of censoring, because now you got people disbanding from you, disassociating with you based on things that you know that are true. And it's becoming more and more of a problem now than ever before because of the way information is now disseminated through this thing called the internet, the web. And that's why they want to create the Internet of Things, so that everybody can be monitored and censored by the second. And all I could do, people, when I talk about this type of stuff is give it to you the best way I understand it. And I hope that it makes sense. And I hope that what I'm discussing today and bringing forth makes a difference. Like something wakes up, so triggers, because a lot of us think that we can say whatever we want to say. And technically we can, right? Because right now I'm speaking freely. I'm using some code, because I'm smart. Like I already know the game. I've done it. I've gone through the trial and error of knowing what to say and what not to say, but also not so much what not to say. What I've learned is how to say what not to say another way. And that's why we gotta stick together, brothers and sisters, because we have to communicate in ways that's going to help us to advance through this treachery, through this maniacal, diabolical depopulation plan that is in full effect. You know what I mean? We have to stick together in this truth. And we also have to understand that the spirit doesn't have a color because it's light. Now, with all that being said, censorship is affecting all institutions. There's even people in commercial media that are speaking truth on a very subtle level, and they're being censored. That's how you know it's getting bad, because even the people that are part of the programming are getting censored just because they say something that's just a little bit off the program. And it's nothing even really impactful, but because there's this legacy of lies that needs to be upheld, it needs to stick together. It can't fall apart. They are very much diligent in their censorship. And all the governments present day are lobbying for more censorship to come for next year, being 2023, going to 2025, people. And I'm not going to go into specifics about different articles because I'm not going to make this a long episode. It's something I can talk about later down the line. I'll bring up some articles and some specifics about some of the new initiatives and policies that they're trying to pass into law. But at the end of the day, people, keep in mind that there is no such thing as freedom of speech no more. It doesn't exist. Everything is being censored. Behaviors are being censored right now, besides freedom of speech. People can't even behave a certain way no more. Remember when I was talking about when the pandemic first came in, and it really started intensifying from the, obviously when the lockdown came in March of 2020, and everything looked like a ghost town. And then we had these sequence of months after where it was literally a day-by-day, play-by-play synopsis of what was going on with this whole pandemic. And everybody was tuned in. And that's when the fear mongering was being heavily driven, because people were still in that state of shock. So it was like anything they dished out quickly, which was part of the agenda, which I covered in Propaganda Pimps, or Pimps of Propaganda, and the Pied Pipers of Propaganda too. Check those episodes out from season 2. I discussed all that because this is all strategic planning that they've implemented many times over. They just did it a little bit better this time because they've had so many times that they've done it before in the past in many other countries, not just here in the United States, but they did it in Belgium, in Norway. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I say that because the behaviors were being censored. I'll give you a perfect example. When everybody was now starting to believe the hype. Okay, several months had passed. People were suffering from cabin fever, isolation. People with the OCD were, going crazy over the 6 feet apart thing and the mask. And what happened was we started censoring behavior. And I'll give you an example. Remember when people started sneezing and coughing around that time? Oh, I can remember it like it was yesterday, people. If you sneezed and coughed around that time, the room would go silent, literally, wherever you was at, go silent. And it was like, they looked at you like you had the heebie-jeebies on a level that I can't even put into words. Like, it's just look. And I even did it a couple of times. I did it on an Uber trip one time. But it's crazy because I even seen situations where people would cough like, and then everybody would look at them, or somebody would look at them with this ice grill. And then the person would be like, my apologies, I'm sorry. It's like, oh, we're apologizing now for coughing. But that's the type of censorship that this thing has caused. And it's also triggered other censorships due to the fact that it has to uphold the lie to make you believe that 72 different, let's just say, chemical materials are going to be beneficial to your health. And it's like, no. But that's what they're telling everybody. And they have to uphold that. They have to keep that lie true. They have to keep the illusion of that lie true to you. And they're doing a really good job at keep on doing it. And for the deaf, dumb, and blind, it's working. And for those that are awakened, those that see with their spiritual eyes, know better. And we are the ones being censored. We're being censored on podcasts, on radio shows, on television channels, commercial television channels. We're being censored in the streets. We're being censored at our jobs. You know how many people lost jobs over speaking their mind, let alone not wanting to take something that legally they don't have to? By law, they don't have to do a damn thing when it comes to their body. But yet, they upheld the lie. Some people took the lie as the truth and accepted the light for the darkness, and things got really, really dark for them very quickly. And some of them suffered the darkness slowly and faded away. And it's sad, people. It pisses me off. It really does. Because I lost some really great people that I love dearly to this plague of deceit and corruption and of wickedness. And the reason why I'm doing this episode is because I want you listeners to understand that even though freedom of speech doesn't exist no more, doesn't mean that we can't speak our truth in a way that will circumvent the watchdogs, that will circumvent the trollers, and circumvent those that are always seen, the all-seeing eye, Big Brother. We can find ways to circumvent because we at war, people. We're under attack. So we need to fight back, and we need to fight strategically and spiritually, and put all our faith that while we're in this battle, we have the support and the backing of the Most High with us. Because without the Most High, it ain't even worth fighting. You might as well just accept it and become plugged in and just stay that way. But with this thing of freedom of speech, it's going to be interesting, to say the least, to see how policies are going to be passed within the next year or two in regards to freedom of speech, in regards to what people can say, and in regards to what people can do. So this is not going to be a long episode. I just wanted to cover that real quickly for Tightrope Tuesday. And just to let you know that, there is no such thing as freedom of speech no more. And we just have to accept that. But that doesn't mean that we can't still speak our truth, especially if we congregate organically. And we can do that in a lot of different ways. And at the end of the day, even though they're monitoring, and that's how they get to censor, still trust that your truth will be heard by the right people at the right time when the time comes. And I put all my faith in that, people, because at the end of the day, I'm not stopping speaking this truth. I'm not going to stop letting people know that they have light within them, because the enemy doesn't want me to thrive, doesn't want the Most High to get the proper glory. This is battle. We're in a battle. We're at war, people. And I think that one of the biggest problems here and challenges for most Americans is that they don't want a battle. They want everything to just go back to normal. They just want everybody to get along and things to be happy, happy, joy, joy. And you can hold the joy in your heart knowing that you were born to battle. Because we all are here for a reason. And that reason's there to serve us, right? Like Robert Riopel says. So because it's here to serve you, you should take the responsibility to serve the Most High the best way you know how. Because we all have this responsibility. Because we're all under attack when it comes to censorship in all different circles. But with the power of the Most High, people, and when you start to really listen to the voice, the higher self, man, they can't stop this truth, no matter how much they monitor and censor in the various different ways that they do. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for listening to the show. Definitely download from either networkofawareness.com or any other platform. For those that listen to Spotify, download me on Spotify. My Spotify doesn't get a lot of downloads for some reason, and it could be part of the censorship for all I know. But if you like to use Spotify, I'm on there. I'm on all the networks. My most popular, obviously, is Apple and Spreaker, but I have Network of Awareness, people that download from Bullhorn. I appreciate y'all, Gio Savan, Pod Addict, all those other places. But definitely download the show if you missed the live broadcast. And also stay tuned for networkofawareness.tv, which will be starting on Roku and then go to Apple and iOS and Android. So I just want to say what a great time to be alive, people. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably have another pre-record with a live episode. And tomorrow's Wisdom Wednesdays. So be glad to see you there. If not, appreciate the download. Thank you in advance. And I'm going to play some music because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm playing music on the back end. And if you want to stick around for that, it's all good. So peace, love, and light, brothers and sisters. And when you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. And don't look for the light at the end of the tunnel, because the light is and always will be within you. So light up the tunnel and find your way through the darkness. And all praise to the Most High. Barakatah, brothers and sisters. Let's go.
How you doing? How you doing?
Around the information.
You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness.
Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Taking my thoughts and bringing to Christ. Throwing down imaginations. I'm just trying to stay patient. Stand fast, can't wait. Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Dodging demons like the Matrix. I'm just trying to go home. Swore made it that truth. So I just gotta move on. Ready for war, ready for death if it go like that. So if I die, I pray that I die for the most High God. I can't turn around, I can't look back, so it's all out war. I'm seeing the path so narrow, careful to not fall. Get up for it's too late. Sun come with a blaze with a judgment in that day. Won't see where the sun went all black like sackcloth and the moon blood. This is a warning to go and repent. This is a warning to seek out the Lamb. This is the point where you go and examine. Gotta stay patient, I'm looking inside. Trust the Most High with all of my life. I love all my brothers, we suffer with Christ. When it feel like death, just know that it's life. Don't give up, Christ pay that price. Don't give up, Christ pay that price. Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Taking my thoughts and bringing to Christ. Throwing down imaginations. I'm just trying to stay patient. Stand fast, can't wait. Yeah, we ready for war. Moving on one accord. Brethren at my side. We just gotta endure. Dodging demons like the Matrix. I'm just trying to go home. Swore made it that truth. So I just gotta move on.
Sometimes the best thing to do is walk away so you can protect your peace, protect your energy, and keep growing. You'll never be able to fully grow into your true potential until you learn to let go of the things that are holding you back and weighing you down. Yeah, I've been going through it, but I never asked why. I just know I gotta fly, I'm gone, spiritually growing. Yeah, I gotta go and touch the sky, left behind, praise Yah, and I'm gone. Been going through this journey of life, such a wild ride. So many ups and downs, so many that done drag me down. Had to let them go, lot of pain up in my soul, but I gotta keep going on. When you start waking, they say you change and start rearranging the way they start acting towards you. Turn they back on you, you said you never leave. Cut the heart up off my sleeve and just stepped on it. Should've just kept that shit, at least it will be beating. I'm feeling defeated, fatigue, I can't catch my breath. Just wanna collapse, yeah, I keep on running laps. Miss y'all, but no turning back. You said what you said and did what you did, so I gotta leave. All that shit can't be undid. I gotta leave, protect my energy. I gotta go, I'll forever love you though. I've been going through it, but I never asked why. I just know I gotta fly, I'm gone, spiritually growing. Yeah, I gotta go and touch the sky, left behind, praise Yah, and I'm gone. I'm so tired, but I gotta keep on going. I can't let Yah, my wife, or my son down, so I gotta keep on growing. Such a long journey, but a longer way to go. Can't let it go, my heart is cold, it's made of gold. Got to keep on pushing for my son. I'm the chosen one, was built for this. Why they say they love me, but keep talking shit. Not trying to complain, just venting empty in my soul. I gotta let it go, releasing, receiving so much favor from Yah. Shalom, Barakatah, I'm gone. I got to keep on stepping, just serving my purpose. Yeah, been going through trials, but fucking man, it's worth it because I'm only going up from here. Faith over fear, yeah. I've been going through it, but I never asked why. I just know I gotta fly, I'm gone, spiritually growing. Yeah, I gotta go and touch the sky, left behind, praise Yah, and I'm gone. I've been going through it, but I never asked why. I just know I gotta fly, I'm gone, spiritually growing. Yeah, I gotta go behind, praise Yah, and I'm gone.
Low kick.
They know I got the 9 on me.
Yeah, you know I got the 9 on me.
It's time to ride or die, homie.
Yeah, it's time to ride or die, homie.
Man, this how we survive, homie.
Yeah, this how we survive, homie.
That's why I keep the 9 on me.
Yeah, you know I got the 9 on me.
This word is for the wise, either ride or you gon' die. It's the blind leading the blind, we been fighting for our rights. Now we fighting for our life, still no light I see inside. But I see the light inside and pray I don't go out my mind. I got a 9 in my hand and a couple of bullets. All I need is a reason for me to load it and pull it. There goes one in the shoulder, another one in the leg. Gotta finish the job and put another one in his head. I was told it's him or me, I'ma live to see another day. Killer do the killing, I don't see it any other way. People do the talking, I don't care what motherfuckers say. Keep your social distance or you getting blown the fuck away. No more Mr. Nice Guy, gotta be the bad boy. I'm on high alert, I got all of you niggas paranoid. I'm way too much at peace for you to ever bother mine. That's the bottom line, cause we all live in them borrowed time. The 9 on me.
Yeah, you know I got the 9 on me.
It's time to ride
You
or
are
die,
now
homie.
tuned in to the Network of Awareness.
Man, this how we survive, homie.
Yeah, this how we survive, homie.
That's why I keep the 9 on me.
Yeah, you know I got the 9 on me. Do or die till I die, homie. I leave a nigga paralyzed, homie. What you know about the 9 on me? With that 45, feel like plies, homie. I look up at the sky like I'm the guy, homie. Got him grinding off the muscle you supply for me. What you know about your bestie trying to ride on you? I ain't never tell, bitch, I define loyal. That type of other shit just make my blood boil you. How you hate me after all the shit I done for you? Now I'm forced to get my head right, but that's kinda hard with you to dodge death twice. Respect life, but this ain't a show, I'm dead nice. I'm the one that could bring us to the next fight. Shed light over everything bad, I'm the one with a gun, it's a tech bite. Blah.
Nothing like this. Stage, screen, radio, TV,
Please just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo.
Yo, let me tell you how the story go. Swear to God, man, it be so historical. Seen the aura in an auricle. She was feeling on my stomach, talking about I'm the one with the abnormal flow. What's the sign in your horoscope? A Virgo with extra turbo on fire. Watch me inferno, get burned, ho. Motherfucker nigga wanna come and get in my business. And when it's me chillin' on the beach like Venice or Daytona, they go cray, cause my skin so Crayola. Flow so low like Noah's Ark. Never in the back like Rosa Parks. Showing this love with a broken heart. I know deep down you know it's art. Don't give a damn, we just damage. Build it up, then enhance it. Hop in the van, then we vanish. Watch a UFO landing. When I hop in that, hope my knob is gon' fit. The way I play is so demanding. Swing through your Milky Way. Hopscotch on your planet. Don't give a damn, we just damage. Build it up, then enhance it. Hop in the van, then we vanish. Watch a UFO landing. When I hop in that, hope my knob is gon' fit. The way I play is so demanding. Swing through your Milky Way. Hopscotch on your planet. Slow it down for my people. Are you good or you evil? Are you wolf or you sheeple? Or the farmer looking through the peephole? Too shallow? No, that was deep, bro. Well, then get it started. I be eating, I be starving. The way I grind be so gnarly. I can hear these haters talking. I don't have to beg a pardon. Wicked images I bury it. Same Michael on a chariot. Rough life, better cherish it. Lack the knowledge and you perishing. Keep it real with your tribe. Everywhere I go, we survive. Like the dog star, I'm serious. Mother Nature on a period. I see the sun getting brighter. Super Saiyan through your hydro collider. But what is your concern with Sordo? But you never felt this from a Virgo. On fire as Dante's Inferno. She want me to put my worm in a wormhole. This cute chick from Pleiades, she look like Sade from the 80s. In her galaxy, I get so groovy. Why your universe feel like a movie? She want me to fill up on her. Don't have to take my shot, she gripping the toolie. Don't give a damn, we just damage. Build it up, then enhance it. Hop in the van, then we vanish. Watch a UFO landing. When I hop in that, hold my knob, it's gon' fit. The way I play is so demanding. Swing through your Milky Way. Hopscotch on your planet. Don't give a damn, we just damage. Build it up, then enhance it. Hop in the van, then we vanish. Watch a UFO landing. When I hop in that, hold my knob, it's gon' fit. The way I play is so demanding. Swing through your Milky Way. Hopscotch on your planet. Planet, 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 planet,
The show is called Music, Satan's Favorite Gateway, because music can be a demonic portal. What I mean by that, everybody knows the popular quote, what goes in must come out, all right? Because whatever you feed your mind and soul is going to eventually reflect in your actions and your thoughts.
It's a fight to the finish, just like Tyson and Silas. The spirit guides me to finish. To touch you, I hope you feel it. No doubting that's for the pigeons. Fist right to the villain of evil, manipulating this generation of children. Things I see in the media got me heated up. Girls barely in their teens used for pedophilia. Celebrities simply misleading them. How can you live with yourself knowing damn well that you deceiving them? Feeding them nonsensical bullshit for their mental, like it's cool to be famous when you know it's detrimental. Y'all convince them that it's hard work, dedication, and God. Last time I checked, we give all our praises straight to Yahweh. Hey, come on, the music is more than just vibes. Keeps us pushing forward every day of our lives. It's my 9 to 5 to do it and do it right. You know I gotta stay on the grind.
If deception was the only way that I could reach the me, I would stop rapping in a heartbeat. Music is a way of praising Father Yahweh Elohim, but Babylon tells you chase the dream. Infinite songs, but only 1/3 of it is living up to what it's supposed to be. Thank Elohim for the remnant who understands the power of music.
The fear of COVID got people so petrified. In one's life lies, y'all and Satan choose a side. A lot of righteous haters try to play both sides. They lack faith and work so spirit stays penalized. I realize life is hard without the Most High, and he who knows there's much to learn is really wise. Mad grateful to be alive to see the sun rise. Try to stop my vibes, I'm exercising swords and arms. I'm in my prime, righteously prepared to shine and grind. So shock the surprise every time you analyze my rhymes. Cause orbits align with stars you can't even find. I spit that light that leaves chills up and down your spine. You coulda, woulda, but didn't. Who you kidding? And my fans frontin' forbidden. Who the fuck is you fibbing? You better think twice before you think I'm tripping on y'all children. If you feel hard, then we gonna make you harder. Hear it?
If deception was the only way that I could reach the me, I would stop rapping in a heartbeat. Music is a way of praising Father Yahweh Elohim, but Babylon tells you chase the dream. Infinite songs, but only 1/3 of it is living up to what it's supposed to be. Thank Elohim for the remnant who understands the power of music.
Feel like music influences your behavior or people's behavior?
If you allow music to do it, it's a difference. Like I said, there's people out here who could consume music one way and not, well, at least they feel that they're not affected by it. There's other people who live their life through music. Like anything that certain artists say is Bible to them.
The mind of the soldier holds stars deep as an ocean.
He chosen focus, devoted to get a crown in the road with it.
Road is narrow and focused, you can tell by the way in which he flows with it.
None of these rappers, y'all opposers, a lost soul in them.
Holding them all accountable for the music, controlling them.
Countless of hundred thousands of soulless people supporting them.
Righteous music accounts, most folks won't go to them.
Don't worry about it, cause Yahweh knows who the chosen is.
Shalom to them for constantly dropping projects for y'all to spin.
Food for the spirit, once you hear it, now you confident.
Daily battle, fighting hard like we in a boxing gym.
Babylon ain't looking tall no more, she needs oxygen.
Got the win, still got motions floating that we got to live.
Positive, roller coaster, corporate, watch cooperative.
Jab now, cry later, just not with the consequence.
Zombies dwelling in the dark, my direction where Yahweh is.
Destined for greatness, but not the kind that you're thinking of.
Pointless being famous in a realm that the demons run.
Yet, you still got takers who making vibrations.
Elated egos and cadences leave you feeling all vacant.
Cause Satan takes them and breaks them and makes them look real amazing.
They gazing phase in the matrix, embracing the fake and awaken.
The cake and bacon temptation persuades to change your foundation. If Yahweh ain't in your brain, you'll end up this confabulation.
In one's life lies Yah and Satan's truth inside. In one's life lies Yah and Satan's truth inside. In one's life lies Yah and Satan's truth inside. A lot of righteous haters try to play both sides. In one's life lies Yah and Satan's truth inside. In one's life lies Yah and Satan's truth inside. In one's life lies Yah and Satan's truth inside. A lot of righteous haters try to play both sides.
This concludes the Network of Awareness podcast. For more information on the Network of Awareness, please subscribe via email to our website, networkofawareness.com, and follow us on Spreaker.com or any other listening apps you use. For any questions about the NOA, email us at aura@networkofawareness.com. Thank you for listening to one of the fastest growing podcast shows on society and culture in America and abroad. When you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. Peace and blessings.